Yes, welcome back. Are you ready for this wonderful show on 88.9 FM? I have beautiful guests here, and then you can see them, and they will be doing a great time and then having a good conversation about different things happening. We are actually expecting one more guest, and that's why we were checking whether they are in or not. If she is coming in, we will ask her to join as well. But for the time being, we will start with our three guests. Okay. So if you know me that I used to share with all different things that we used to do as a person, as a community leader, as a volunteer, as a family violence advocate. And but today I'm going to share different things that I have done with a special group called Global Sisters. And I got bunch of beautiful hearts where they really believe in that connectivity, authentic connectivity, and then helping them to grow each other. And that's what I'm going to share here. What is that, and who are these people, and what are they doing for themselves and for the community? So, welcome, my global sisters, to my show. Are we ready?
Yes,
Yes.
hello.
And I know that
Hi.
this is a surprise for them because I didn't tell them that they're going to, or, going on air. They came here just to visit my studio, but they are my guests. So you can see a bit of like a, you know, thinking my hat in different people. But don't worry. Let me start with our Melbourne's West Global Sisters leadership. Tiger Rose is one of like a, great artist. I would say that giving that heart to the art form and through her authentic voice. That's what I would say. So, Tiger Rose, can you please share who you are, what you're doing, and then what's the connection with the Global Sisters?
Hello. My name's Tega Rose, and I'm a singer-songwriter and also a community group ambassador for Global Sisters. So, Global Sisters is a non-for-profit organization,
Mm-hmm.
woman-led micro-business unlocking the potential to every woman to own her economic future in Australia, New Zealand, and beyond. If you'd like to check out anything to do with Global Sisters, they have a portal called portal.globalsisters.org, hashtag backing her brilliance.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm so humbled. My love, joy, and peace is my contribution to community and sharing my music. Through busking local community events and setting up these special monthly meetups with our Global Sisters West community.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm currently in the studio recording my original song called Teacup. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you'll hear from that soon.
Yeah, I know that originally you're from New Zealand and then connecting to that roots and your core around Australia. And then you have real connectivity to all different areas of the world as well. And then your self-discovery was to find out that real roots and how your identity is connected to those ones. So I just want to check. I know that you reflect or you share your values through the songs and through dances, and then more on that expression through your life. So with the Global Sisters, how that really helped you? So I know that it's a group of a nonprofit organization helping girls or like us to grow into their passion. So can you share your experience, how that helped you?
So my first experience with Global Sisters was through a local event called My Big Idea. That
Hmm.
was my first introduction to Global Sisters,
Yeah.
and that was probably 4 years ago.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, and I've I don't know, I've been blessed. I've collaborated with Global Sisters at their pitch event last year,
Hmm.
and I was very fortunate. They're actually supporting me with my single that I'm producing
Hmm.
currently. So they're very vast with their knowledge.
Hmm.
They offer free
Coaching sessions,
spaces
yeah.
and also like learning spaces to, enhance and encourage women's business.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
I
it's
can
really
clearly
exciting.
see that different training modules that you can grab from that portal and then you have one-on-one coaching sessions, and then they will hear our idea, and then they will help us to make that idea or a dream into a reality. Yeah, that's what we can see from different testimonies that's happened, in the website, and especially like people like you, like really working with Global Sisters and then getting that impact. It's not just you growing, you helping other people to grow. That's what I loved, the way that Global Sisters are doing. And everything is like a freely available, while you're in the other space where you need to pay at least, like real good money, at least to have a half an hour conversation with a coach or a trainer. So if you do not know about Global Sisters, I would highly recommend to go to the website and then see how they can help you. I'm going to the next person who is seriously, all right, no. Okay, all right. I'm going to another creative person, and then I will ask her to share what are the different business ideas and businesses and volunteering work that you're doing. I know that you're a cat lover, but start with your name and then what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm Janelle Scott. I run a business called By the Cat, and we're a branding studio. So we help people bring their brands together, creating um, visual identity pieces, so that then their audiences can kind of self-select. They can kind of gravitate to businesses that they love. And yeah, we just love to be a part of that, and we love to help creatives create businesses that they'd love to share with the world. So we're pretty ethical. We like to collaborate with people who are doing good in the world. And as part of that, I also volunteer with Brand Kind and work on low bono projects with Brand Kind to help not-for-profits develop their branding as well.
Oh, okay. So you're doing your business, but at the same time, you're putting your time for the volunteering side as well. So how do you feel when you give the time to other people?
Oh, I love it.
Because your creativity that you're giving to other person to grow, right? And it's more of like you're giving something and then you are getting something really back to you to motivate you and then grow yourself into it. Okay, can you share again, same question that I asked Tiger, like how did this sisterhood helped you, or how it is helping you now?
Okay, so I joined about the same time as Tiger Rose. And since then, I've become part of the online community, which helped me to speak and develop my voice as a business person. So I would jump in if people had questions about their branding or building a website, and even feedback as a customer, um, to a group of, I think, 6,000
Okay.
women who are starting businesses or in the middle of creating larger businesses. And it's just good to be in that community where we're all thinking in the same sort of way, and we're all trying to create a safe space to grow our financial abundance together.
Yeah, that's good. So you mentioned that 6,000 people all over the world, right? Not just in Australia. It's the whole community.
I guess it is
Okay.
now. Yeah.
And then can you just share a little bit for my listeners to, find out how Global Sister will help? Is that through the online and then any other sessions, or how do we put up from that dream to reality?
Okay, so yeah, first of all, when you get into Global Sisters, you get access to several programs. A good place to start is My Big Idea, which is also where we started, just to see if you've got an idea that's worth working on. And then you get the chance to develop it through a full business course called Sister School, which is incredible. I actually found it better than some of the other business courses that I've done previously, because it gave me a better idea of the financial foundation that I would have to calculate, and the headspace I would have to be in to start growing my business. and you really underestimate that before you begin running a business in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah, we'll be putting lots of money into debt and then not getting anything from there. So it's better to start with financial planning or finding out what is the real way of putting your numbers and everything into a place you can see and then monitor those ones. Yeah, I think that's the area that I got help from Sisterhood as well because they were talking about it. It's not just a hobby, from hobby to business. When you change it, what are the different things that you need to clarify and then identify those ones. And I do remember different webinars from different areas, and their success stories also very inspiring from the Sisterhood. Are you ready for us to have next
I am,
one?
Disney.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Welcome. And I know that we work together or learn together in different things now and then see a bit more closer. So, yeah, introduce yourself and tell me more about you.
First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you for this opportunity, for letting me come out of my comfort zone.
That's how we learn.
Yeah. My name is Lay Luz, but everyone knows me as Lay.
Like,
So yeah, Lay is much easier. It's
Mhm.
more relaxed for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what would you like to know?
Okay, so which area that you are interested, and then is there any volunteering activity or any plan for starting business or in business?
I am just on my starting point for my
Mhm.
business.
Mhm.
So just like you, Bisme, my
Mhm.
passion is with family violence.
Yeah.
That's where my heart lies.
Yes.
Because I guess there's a lot of emotion, not just for myself,
Mm.
but emotional growth and emotional intelligence in just healing myself, my
Mm.
children, and then eventually, everyone around you. And
Mm.
then you can lead from there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's great. So I know that you also learned and gain inspiration from sisterhood. And I love the way that, you got some snacks all the time. And even, Tiger Rose, when we come, we need to eat something. That's our like, Melbourne's group usually do. But in your case, like you started learning more about business, and that's where we met last time. So
Yes.
can you share about that program and then how that sisterhood is actually helping you to
Yes.
build
Okay.
yourself?
I guess during my time in the
Mm.
family violence environment and just getting out of it,
Mhm.
it's like you've stepped out of that cage, and
Mm.
you want to go exploring the world. And that's basically how it was for me.
Yeah.
And so I really just started from there,
Mm.
just exploring, wanting to have more knowledge because knowledge is power, no matter whether you watch it on TV,
Mm.
whether you read it, whether you get together with a friend or
Mm.
just have a intimate conversation. That's power to me.
Mm.
And I guess I did not get a lot of that during my relationship.
Mm.
So that's where it's like I want more, I want more, I want more knowledge.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And I
yeah.
think, all these learnings is actually helping us to unlearn many things
Yes,
in your
correct.
brain. That's
Very
what
correct.
I realized from my self-discovery. It's more of like lots of generational things there happening
Yes.
here, which will stop you to go, like, take our next step. But when you see other people doing it, we will tell our brain, look, I can do it. So
Yeah.
unlearn that thought that more of like a procrastinating the events rather than sitting there, come together as a group and do those things. I know that we missed a couple of other members, and I would really allow to mention those people that we usually come. So do you want to share? I do remember the stories of our apron girl, and I was, she was creating all those aprons. So can you share with other members activities from West Side? I can't really remember all other people. Yeah. I
Yes.
forgot her
So
name, by the way.
Kezia, yes,
Yeah.
Kezia, she custom makes and tailor makes customized aprons.
Aprons, yeah.
And her brand is called Pretty Made.
Mm,
She's actually beautiful. She actually custom loaned one of her garments to me for the Sisters pitch in Sydney that I performed
yeah.
at for the Global Sisters event. So yeah, she's really hardworking. She's currently located in Frankston
Mm-hmm.
stores. And Yeah, she's doing really well with her business at the moment.
Yeah, I do remember that she was from an IT background and her passion was stitching, and then started slowly with her own idea. And then remember that we saw that hair band, the rose petal bands, and
Yes.
different ideas. And that creativity that she is bringing to the table is really, enormous. And I loved that she mentioned once when she was putting her items in a market. Some, like old people came over and stayed there, and conversations about the design and the way that they're putting that your dream into the reality. I love that way of encouraging people and all. And just checking about, you were having an interest on karaoke business. Do you want to share about that? Because I love that idea.
Yeah. Okay. So that actually started as a uni project.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that through my various interactions with people and karaoke, basically saying, come to karaoke, and then being like, I can't sing. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I realized there was a little bit of a gap in the market that we could address.
Yeah.
I really like to be welcoming.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to be able to share the experience of joining in together with karaoke.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we've got some karaoke games, and I'm just thinking of making some private parties and developing the idea out a bit more, because it's really important to practice a lot in business before you offer something. So I'm hoping that we'll start being able to offer it maybe next year. But for this year, maybe some private parties
concentrating
at
on
home.
That's great. So looking forward to that and all the very best. And I know that these days karaoke is also getting attracted to the private functions, because it was a bit hard to find out like an area like Werribee and Hoppers to go and then participate in the karaoke parties. But that's why they're bringing into the family. So we have some interest in this area, which is really good. Yeah, so just again, I know that we didn't script any of these questions, so I'm just coming and asking. So picking up, and I need to mention Bettina's name as well, because she was also a real great inspiration for us, and she was here for one of the sessions and was sharing about her journey, and I know that she's helping a lot now in the business world. So different people are actually growing through this Global Sisters area. But thinking about us, like a small cohort on West, what's the good things that we picked up during last year? I think it's almost a year that we used to meet monthly, right?
Yeah, almost 2 years. So the whole concept of why our monthly meetups exist was when I first joined Global Sisters, I did a face-to-face My Big Idea session. So that was prior to COVID. And since COVID, a lot of our organizations went online. So a lot of the learning for Global Sisters converted to online learning only for during COVID and post-COVID.
Yeah.
So I think once we started getting out of that phase, I felt the need to have the face-to-face interaction. Like personally, I think it's really like business is great, but I think the thing that matters most, especially for women in business, is the things outside of business. So the monthly meetup intention was to create a safe space to gather once a month, because I'm sure we could, we all have schedules. So once a month is reasonable. And it was designed for us to, reflect on what are some of our challenges that we face day to day, not just business, but it's both a personal and professional interaction. And it's for me personally, like I've created some of the most best friendships you could possibly have, because we're in a community where as women, we're all aspiring for similar things. We like to do like networking events, fun events as well, and also business minded as well.
Yeah.
So, and it's a good safe space to reflect on different industries. Like we all have different backgrounds, different skills to offer. And something I might have trouble with, someone in our community can probably offer advice or feedback. So yeah, it's just a really safe space to share and meet up and we have a lot of in common.
That's great. So do you want to share anything about our in-person meetups?
For me, it's been basically the vulnerability, like of each person's story and how just the support is there, and finding your people as in like, just as Rose just said, we all want the same thing, achieve the same things, like, be excuse me, financially stable and just living a happy life. So just the same faith, beliefs, and if you have those people around you, you want to inspire to be like them. So it's just if one person leads and everyone follows in the right direction. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's great. How about you now?
Yeah, I love the friendships that we've got.
Yeah, I do remember we met in Ethan's some sort of like a conference somewhere in the city long time ago, and then like where we go, we can see the familiar faces, which will help us to connect, and then avoid that fear, and then come with more as a better version. That's what I feel like. If I see you somewhere, at least I know somebody, I know my sister with me. That's more of like a confidence booster. Yeah, so that's great. So looking at my theme of the theme of my show, I mentioned that, and Tiger Rose mentioned that in the conversation. I bring people who spread love, joy, and peace, and I usually ask them, what is the top three rules, or what are the things that they do to keep that love, joy, and peace? Because I don't believe that if you do not have something, you can't really give that, because you need to fill your cup with what you are giving, then only you can give to other people. Without having peace, it's hard to give the real peace to other people. Without having money, you can't really give that money. Same policy. So in your life, like thinking about as a business person or a mother, sister, daughter, wife, whoever, different roles that a womanhood has to take. But what are the things that you do to keep the peace within you? Who wanna start?
For me, it's about self-care. And self-care can be like socializing, also self-care as in self-care for you, like where you need to not socialize with people, spend time with yourself, getting to know yourself, reading, meditation, just that kind of self-care. And also like reading, and also just having compassion and empathy. So then you are I guess, on a mutual level and understanding each other and where you can help each other heal and, yeah. So just in that sense, self-care is the most important. Yeah.
Do you have anything to share with us, or?
Yeah, sure. So I've worked really hard at building a strong foundation, health, my diet. So I've got plenty of energy and it doesn't run out and my temper doesn't run short. I make sure I exercise, so I've got a lot of energy. And then I just like to take responsibility to make sure that life is running pretty smoothly. So then, you're creating this kind of calm, soft space at home. We're careful of keeping the place pretty loving. We're always, it's not like you love someone, it's you act in a loving way all the time. And that's what we do in our home. And then we try to bring that out into the world and just retreat home when we're just too tired.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then you mentioned that community and giving back to community is what you love. And then anything else to add? Otherwise, I have a question. How do you how do you get the ideas for your songs? And then what's the real motivation to get the lyrics and then ideas and music? Yeah. I know that it's creativity is God given, but still, like, what is your uh
For me, like creativity is very vast, and I think for me, creativity is everyone has their own unique gifts to offer, and we all like to express that in our own unique ways. For me, it does come in stages, I guess. But currently, for my single teacup that I'm working on, it came naturally through life experience. Teacup is about, you're not everyone's cup of tea, but that's okay. It's okay to feel out of place in school. It's okay to feel out of place in family situations. It's okay to not fit in different industries. And that's kind of, my love, joy, and peace journey of self-discovery is through my music. And I have had a lot of challenges, as many of us have, but music for me is a beautiful outlet to alchemize like the challenges, to like beautify it in a way that to celebrate, like, yeah, I do have like tiger scars, and I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with the person I've become, because maybe if I didn't go through all those challenges, I wouldn't be so strong to realize how strong I actually am today.
Yeah, that's so touching, because everybody is going through a journey, and then when it is in the wound part, it will be hurting, but it will come to scar. That's an inspiration, because yeah, I've gone through this one, so now I can, empower other people. That's really, like, very empowering for us, because it's a story. Everybody got unique stories. Yeah, I know that, girls. Yeah, I picked up this online, and then you did really well with your life story and being vulnerable, and that's how it is, right? Our inner self is there, but it's more of like getting those opportunity, I would say, like, lucky events for you that you mentioned while we having the conversation. So it's more like opportunities that we get in. Sometimes we will say no to that, but when we say yes to that, that will be starting helping to start something new, or maybe improving something that we already have. So I wish you all the very best. Is there anything that we need to add about Global Sisters, or you, or our meet? I know that we have a guest here, not into the video, but not talking. She's a wonderful bookkeeper. She's here at Werribee. It's a wonderful sister to our community, but she'll be coming here maybe some other time. But for you three, and the fourth one that we missed today, and whoever in the part of this global community. So we wish them all the very best, right? Yeah.
Thank you, Bismi.
Yeah. So I just want to, show my face as well. So thank you. I was actually giving them this, like, not even a warning to them, but just coming into the studio to have a tour of my studio. But when they came here, I told, yes, why can't they talk? Because they are amazing souls, and they're doing many different things, not to, do something good for themselves, but to the community, and then helping other people start something quite new, or something that they are dreaming for many long years. So that's why I invite you, everybody, if you think that the normal 9 to 5 job is not your area, your cup of tea, but you have something in there, and then you don't have anybody to help, come and join. So our leader in this west side is Tiger Rose, but you can go to anybody in that chat, in that group, and if you don't know anybody, connect with me, and I can guide to the right people. But even simply Google Global Sisters, and then you will find out how amazing that they're doing, and what are the different things that you can do with that great place. And it's all free resources, and with your own time. So if I'm doing something good in this radio show, I would say my backbone is from Global Sisters, and all the connections that we got from there. So stay tuned. This is Dominus Nisi, and I was talking about a global organization called Sisterhood, Global Sisterhood, and then doing many good things for the people, for the ladies, girls, and starting their business. And come and connect with us again. And this is Dominus Nisi, your host, with me. So what we do now,